Hello, great mind. Now let's solve for the value of y and x in this given equations. Okay. Now the first thing we are going to do is to first of all name the equations. We are going to name this one equation 1. Okay. And this will be equation 2. Okay. So from equation 1, we are going to make y the subject of formula. If we make y the subject of formula here, we are going to have that y will be equal to 100 minus x, okay? Because this x is positive here. When we transpose of this, it becomes negative. Now let this be equation 3, okay? We'll take note of this. This is equation 3. Now the next thing we are going to do, since the value of y equals 100 minus x, we are going to substitute this in equation 2. So from equation 2, we are going to have x will be multiplying the value of y, which is 100 minus x, okay? And everything will be equated to 100. So from here, we are going to use this x here to open this parenthesis. X multiplied by 100 will give us 100x, okay? And x multiplied by negative x will give us negative x squared. And this will be equal to 100. Okay, now we are going to equate everything here to 0 and also rewrite this. So we are going to have negative x squared, okay? Then this 100x here is positive 100x. Then this is positive here. So when we take transpose of this, it becomes negative 100, and this equals 0. Okay. Now from here, because it's improper for this x squared to have negative here, so for us to take away this negative, we are going to be dividing everything by negative 1. This will be divided by negative 1, and this will be divided by negative 1 as well, including this 0 here. Okay, so negative x squared divided by negative 1 will give us positive x squared. Now positive 100x divided by negative 1 will give us negative 100x, okay? And negative 100 divided by negative 1 will give us positive 100. Okay, and this equals 0 divided by minus 1 will give us 0 again. Okay, now looking at this, you can see that we have a quadratic equation, and we'll be solving it using the quadratic formula. Okay, now but before then, let's note that a equals the coefficient of this x squared, which is 1, positive 1, comma, b equals the coefficient of this x here, which is negative 100, and c, the constant, equals positive 100. Okay, and if you are solving an equation using quadratic formula, the formula is, remember that we are looking for x, so x will be equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, and we'll divide everything by 2a. Okay, since we have written down all our parameters, all we need to do is to substitute it in this given equation. So we are going to have that x equals negative b. Remember that b here is negative 100, so we are going to have negative, then open parenthesis, negative 100, okay? Then plus or minus square root of b is negative 100, so we are going to open parenthesis and write negative 100, then everything squared. Remember b is squared here, then minus 4, a is 1, okay? We are going to have 1 here, then c equals positive 100, so we'll have 100 here. Okay, so we'll divide everything by 2a, 2 multiplied by 1, because a equals 1. Okay, so from here we are going to have that x will be equal to negative multiplied by negative 100 will give us positive 100, then plus or minus square root of, now negative 100 squared, it means negative 100 multiplied by negative 100, which will give us positive 10,000. Okay, positive 10,000, then minus 4 multiplied by 1 will give us minus 4. Minus 4 multiplied by 100 will give us minus 400. And we'll divide everything by 2. Okay, so from here, x will be equal to 100 plus or minus square root of 10,000 minus 400 will give us 9,600. Okay, 9,600. Now from here we are going to have divided by 2 here. So let's continue. X here will be equal to 100 plus or minus square root of 96 multiplied by 100. Okay, then we'll divide by 2. Now from here we are going to separate this square root of 96 multiplied by 100 by applying a radical rule. Okay, so we are going to have x to be equal to 100 plus or minus square root of 96, then multiplied by square root of 100. Then everything will be divided by 2. So next in our step, we are going to have x to be equal to 100 plus or minus. Now let's take this 96 in index form, okay? Or we are going to express it in a write down the factors of this 96. Okay, so we are going to achieve that by writing 96 here. Then we'll draw a line. Okay, to divide this 96, let's take it one after the other. 9 divided by 2 give us 4, remainder 1. Okay, and 2 divide this 16 give us 8. Then we'll divide again by 2 because the last digit here is an even number. So 2 divide 4 will give us 2. 2 divide 8 will give us 4. We'll go again with 2. 2 divide 2 equals 1. 2 divide 4 equals 2. Okay, so we'll divide 12 by 2 and that will give us 6. We'll divide 6 by 2 and that will give us 3. And 3 divided itself will give us 1. So these are the factors of what? 96. So we have how many to here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we are going to write this as square root of 2 exponent 4, then multiply by this remaining 2 here, 2, then multiply by this 3. Okay, so all this will give us 96. Then multiply by square root of 100 will give us 10. Okay, so we are going to divide this by 2. Let's continue. So from here, x will be equal to 100 plus or minus. Now from here, this square roots will cancel out 4 here and we'll have 2 squared. And remember that this square root is for every number here. So we are going to have square root of 2 multiplied by 3 equals 6. Then multiply by 10. We'll divide everything by 2. Okay, so from here we'll have x to be equal to 100 plus or minus 2 squared is 4. 4 multiplied by 10 equals 40. Then square root of 6. We divide everything by 2. Okay, so from here they have a common denominator. So x will be equal to 100 divided by 2 plus or minus 40 square root of 6 divided by 2. So from here x will be equal to 100 divided by 2 will give us 50. Then plus or minus 2 divide this 40 will give us 20 square root of 6. Okay, and from here we'll have 2 values of x here. So x1 here will be equal to 50 plus 20 square root of 6. Okay, and let's draw a line. X2 will be equal to 50 minus 20 square root of 6. Okay, now remember that in equation 3 we said that y, okay, that is y1 will be equal to 100 minus x. This is in equation 3, and that means that y2 equals 100 minus x as well. Okay, this is 100. So from here, for us to get y1 and y2, we are going to substitute the value of x in this place. Okay, so we have y1 to be equal to 100 minus x is open parenthesis 50 plus 20 square root of 6. Okay, and for y2 will be equal to 100 minus open parenthesis 50 minus 20 square root of 6. Okay, so this is what we have here. So from here y1 will be equal to 100. Then let's open the parentheses with this minus. It will be minus 50, then minus 20 square root of 6. And for y2 here, it will be equal to 100 minus 50. Then minus multiply this minus here will give us plus 20 square root of 6. Okay, so this is what we have here. So from here, y1 will be equal to 100 minus 50 will give us 50 minus 20 square root of 6. Okay, so this is y1. And for y2, it will be equal to 100 minus 50 will give us 50 plus 20 square root of 6. Did you notice something? That x1 equals 50 plus 20 square root of 6, and y1 equals 50 minus 20 square root of 6. But x2 equals 50 minus 20 square root of 6, and y2 is 50 plus 20 square root of 6. So let's write those numbers out. Okay, so x1 comma y1, okay, let this be in parentheses. Then this will be equal to 50. Our x1 is 50 plus 20 square root of 6, so is 50 plus 20 square root of 6. Okay, and y1 is 50. That is 50 minus 20 square root of 6. Okay, so the difference here is this one is positive and this one is negative. Okay, so this is x1 and y1. So x2 and y2, this will be equal to x2 is 50 minus 20 square root of 6, and y2 is 50 plus 20 square root of 6. Okay, this is x2 and y2. Okay, now let's verify to see if this will satisfy the given equation. Okay, now remember that our equation 1, we are going to verify with equation 1 in this x1 y1, and for equation 2 it will be x2 y2. So let's verify for equation 1, which is x plus y equals 100. Okay, let's substitute for this x plus y. Okay, it's going to be this plus this. So we have 15 plus 20 square root of 6, then plus 50 minus 20 square root of 6. Okay, would this give us 100? That is what we are trying to verify. Okay, so this positive 20 square root of 6 minus negative 20 square root of 6, this will cancel out this. Okay, and we'll have that 50 plus 50 will be equal to 100. Okay, and 50 plus 50 is 100. So the left hand side and the right hand side are equal. So these two satisfy this equation 1. Okay, so let's check for equation 2. Equation 2 is x y equals 100. Okay, so we are going to multiply these two. We are going to multiply these two. Okay, so it's going to be 15 minus 20 square root of 6. Okay, then multiply by 50 plus 20 square root of 6. Would this give us 100? Okay, so from here, now this 2 term is in the form of a difference of 2 squared. Okay, where you have a squared minus b squared, this equals a minus b. Okay, multiply a plus b. So if this equals this, that means we are going to express this in this form. If we do that, we are going to have 50 squared minus this, and in brackets 20 square root of 6 all squared. Would this give us 100? Okay, so from here 50 squared is 2500. That is 50 squared minus 20 squared will give us 400. Okay, 400. Then this square here will cancel out this square root. Then we'll have this multiplied by 6. Would this be equal to 100? Now let's continue. Now from here we have 2500 minus 4 multiplied by 6 will give us 24. Then we'll bring down those 2 0. Will this give us 100? 2,500 minus 2,400 will give us 100, which is equal to 100. So that you can see that the left hand side and the right hand side are equal. So this satisfies the given equation. So we are correct by the values of the x and y that we got. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Please do well to share this video, share your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. Bye.